Two inventions changed rock and roll forever. The electric guitar in 1931 and the invention of the invisible guitar shortly thereafter. Goodbye music lessons, loading equipment, and skanky groupies. Hello standing in front of the mirror and a crowd of stuffed animals with your unique take on Freebird. And even though your American Girl dolls just gave you a standing O, you're probably air guitaring wrong. As long as musically gifted people have been playing instruments, less talented musically gifted people have been joining along on fake instruments. I'm sure at some point Plato was the king of the air lyre. And friends of Bill Shakespeare knew that from time to time he would rock a six-necked air lute like a Baroque music god. Air guitars lived in the basements and bedrooms of teenage loners and 40-year-old Rush fans, never to be enjoyed en masse until 1995, when the Finnish city of Oulu hosted the first ever World Air Guitar Championships. It was the first time many of those people had seen the light of day, or other people for that matter, but it was a huge success. And now, 20 years later, there are regional competitions all over the world that draw thousands of fans and hundreds of competitors air shredding like there's no tomorrow, in hopes of making it to Finland for the World Championships. Now that we've determined that there are both professional and amateur air guitarists out there, let's look at how the amateurs are doing it wrong. One common mistake most air guitarists make, according to Steve Gladys, author of the book How to Play Air Guitar, All the Greatest Moves from Your Guitar Heroes, is forgetting to warm up. Gladys continues, you need to practice using an inflatable guitar or a tennis racket or a pool cue, something that allows you to understand the shape of your air guitar before you go full air. If you don't look like you're coked up, constipated, and given birth, you're doing it wrong. Now, we are lucky enough to have with us today one of those competitors who has made it to the World Air Guitar Championships in Finland on multiple occasions and once placed as high as 7th in the world. His parents and his rabbi know him as Dan Crane, but the world of air guitar knows him best as Björn Türoque. Bjorn! You've seen a lot of air guitaring. You've seen the best and the worst. How do people do it wrong?
All right, common mistakes. First of all, you gotta put the guitar on.
A lot of people don't remember to do that.
You know, a lot of people just like think they're just magically grabbing a guitar out of the air.
You don't magically have a guitar.
You can just get it from the air, but you know, it has to have some weight to it.
You
gotta strap it on. It's important that you remember how big your air guitar is. Right. Are you playing a thing that's got a neck way out here, or is it an air ukulele? You know, you gotta maintain consistency.
It's an air guitar, not an air sitar.
For stance, you wanna kind of put you want to go wide, put your weight on one leg so that you can kind of lean into the crowd. That's kind of a classic move. The guitar is kind of visibly resting on your knee. You know, one of the simplest and most obvious moves is the windmill. Okay, you've got finger tapping, which is the that kind of thing. You've got the whammy bar, which is like the that kind of thing, or like wow wow wow. That's kind of a whammy bar situation.
You gotta use the whammy bar.
You might have like a funky song that's got a wah-wah pedal. So if you're hearing that like a Jimi Hendrix thing, you do that with your foot.
How important is it to get the exact notes as they're playing?
You know, there are different schools of thought on this, okay? I'm a firm believer in you're not playing the right notes on a guitar. You're playing the right notes on an air guitar. Okay? It's a different instrument, different animal.
You don't have to hit an E and an F.
No, in fact, watching someone actually play an air guitar as if it were a guitar correctly is really boring. It's all about, committing to the largeness, to the showmanship.
Take it up and down. What about busting up an air guitar, taking it off, and literally smashing it Pete Townsend style?
You know, it's really now, the bar is so high.
Can you light one on fire?
Lighting it on fire.
You've seen
the smashing it at the
it
end.
Like that. Peeing on it? Have you seen
peeing on it? I have not seen. I have seen a guy air guitar naked.
What is the most important element to air guitar aside from the intense amount of drinking?
Well, you should not neglect the drinking. I think that a common mistake that people make with songs is that they choose a song that doesn't speak to them. Whatever song speaks to you that is going to make you translate the music and the song to the audience, that's a good song.
To air is human. To air guitar, superhuman. For Randy, I'm Jason. For Jason and Bjorn, I'm Randy. This has been You're Doing It Wrong. Yeah! Did you bring a copy of your book with you?
Yes, I have it right here. There you go. No, I'm kidding. Yes, it's a real book.
It was an air book. It was an air book. It's an air book. All right. Next time on You're Doing It Wrong. As long as people have been exchanging services for money, the tip has been an important component. To tip someone is just a power move. How else are you going to passively aggressively make your friend feel bad for not giving what you gave on the bill that you guys evenly split for that plate of pad thai?